internets. I thought I'd make some videos to show you around my off-grid cabin, why I absolutely love it here, and how I do things. Give you a chance to kind of live vicariously and maybe learn some things that might be useful for yourself as well. So, besides being off the grid, I'm also quite a ways off from the nearest road, so just coming in on the trail here. Past my bunkhouse on the left. We'll come back to that in a minute, but let's check out the cabin first. There you can see one of my trail cameras on the tree on the left there. I have several of them around. Lots of cool pictures of wildlife. So, there's the lake up there, obviously, and my deck where I spend lots of my time sitting around just watching the world go by. My favorite place to be. And let's take a quick peek inside. This is a log cabin that was built in 1949, but the people who had it before me sided over the outside because it was in kind of rough shape. You can see the logs on the inside. It was a little bit messy, lots of things going on. So, a little fire going to take the edge off. It's November here in northern Minnesota, so a little bit below freezing today. And head back out. Let's go down to the dock and take a look around from there. So my dock is most of it's a floating dock, but it's not floating as much as usual. The lake is down about 3 feet lower than usual right now. The level is controlled by a beaver dam about 3 miles away, and there was a big hole in the dam this spring, then followed by a major drought over the summer. So it's just in the last few weeks that the lake is starting to come back up again, but it's got a long way to go. Hopefully lots of snow this winter, and spring runoff will bring it back to normal. There you can see a beaver lodge over there that's very active, and my solar panels over on the left. I'll do a whole video, at least one, probably one on the solar system itself and how to put one together, and a separate thing on everything that I can run off from it. So here we go. Let's see. You can see here's just my fire pit and benches, and I'll show you sometime. You could probably figure out how to make them just by looking at them, but I'll go through how I did that, and it'll really save you some trouble if you want to do something similar. There's the sauna, lighting stuff in there. I'll do a whole separate video on the sauna sometime. And let's take a quick peek inside the bunkhouse. Shout out to my buddy Andrew for helping build this. I could not have done it without him. He, however, could have potentially done it without me. But this is also known as my big wooden tent, because as you can see, it's windows all the way around, and it's my favorite place in the world to sleep. It's like sleeping in a big tent, and you can hear absolutely everything, except it's a comfortable bed and always stays dry. You might have, over on the left here, you might have noticed my ATV under a tarp. There's no road in here. You'll never see any cars or trucks or anything, but I do have a beater ATV that I use once in a while. It's actually not even running right now, so need to fix that. So that's a quick overview of everything here, and I guess I'll do additional videos showing a lot more detail. But for the rest of this one, I want to show you outside my front door on 4 consecutive days in mid-November. So here's the first one. You can see we got just a little dusting of snow overnight. It's super quiet, like the kind of quiet that a lot of people probably never get to experience on these calm fall days. Take a look from the dock. Most of the time, if I look around here, or if I just stand still and wait a couple minutes, I'll see something interesting, but not much going on today. Really quiet. So here's day 2. It's about 15 degrees or so right now. It's actually pretty unusual for this late into the year that we don't have more snow on the ground, but I'm sure it won't be long. So, a little brighter day today. And I have to cut to a different camera for this, but I almost didn't see this guy, almost didn't notice him looking down at me from a tree down the shoreline a little ways. And here's day 3. So still just a little bit of snow. You can tell it hasn't really been above freezing at all. Mostly like 10 to 25 degrees. It's about, and that's Fahrenheit, about 20-ish now. And today is cool. There's freezing fog on the lake. It's kind of unusual, super pretty. So go down and take a look at that. Yeah, I could easily just sit around all day and watch this go by. And day 4, I had to grab a different camera here, so you'll notice a change in the image. Different camera with a better zoom, and you'll see why here momentarily. You can tell it's been fairly cold, that the lake's frozen over quite a bit more. And let's bring up the zoom here, and you can see some otters out on the ice. They're catching fish and eating them. I don't see otters very often here, but when I do, they're usually around for quite a while. Even multiple days in a row, and then they'll just disappear for a while. So this is not my best camera work. Sorry about that. It's what I could do at the moment. So yeah, I'll watch the Otter channel here for a little bit longer. And these guys have been around for a while today, and they'll stick around, I'm sure, for a while longer. So that's 4 days in a row in the late fall at the cabin, and somewhere along the way I took this picture that's actually 5 pictures stitched together side by side, and thought it was cool. So I'll leave you with that for the time being. If you've enjoyed this, please keep an eye out for additional videos. I'll get them posted as I'm able to put them together. Thank you.